Cave with Mike and Max.
Welcome back.
Yeah, we're getting to get your finger guns loaded. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Chat Cave here on McGTV, youtube.com/Mike McGTV. I'm not doing it again.
We're gonna run it like that. No, this is good.
Yeah. I know it's been a while since we've talked about Batman here, but of course I'm Mike McG. This is Blaximus, and happy Batman Day to you. I totally forgot it was Batman Day today.
It is fitting, and happy Batman Day to you, sir.
Yes.
But it is fitting that we get together today on such an auspicious day to talk some more, chat cave some more Batman.
Yeah, and finally it's not going to be like a memorial for somebody.
Yeah. Oh,
Even though last time we talked about the Penguin and Joker and things like that, but here it's actually comics focused for a long.
Yeah.
We haven't done that in a while.
A hot minute since you had the straight up comic book Batman chat. So no, I'm happy. I'm excited, and I did a little video. So we're talking about the new. Or
you
should
check out
#1.
They did a short over on 3 Geeks podcast. Max did his what would you call it? Not unboxing, but unbagging of Batman #1, written by Matt Fraction with Jorge Jiménez taking art duties. It's a brand new #1, and I know in this day and age, like #1s come and go, but this actually feels. We'll get into the storytelling in a bit, but this actually feels like a fresh start. And I got my bagged edition, which I'll do on here.
Ooh,
but also I got the regular #1 too, just because for a while I was on the fence, like, do I want to keep this in the bag? But then I'm like, you know what? The bag's looking a little worse for wear anyways, just being out here. So now the whole deal is
impulse control problems. I had to.
I had to do it. And each of these is a foil cover by different artists. So who is your artist that you got?
I got the David Aja.
David Aja. Okay. So let's see who I got here. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm trying to be gentle with it, but I should really...
Yeah, they didn't really give you a lot of room to not
wiggle.
Mess up the comic.
The corner's fine. Ooh.
All right, what'd you get?
This is... Not sure.
All right. That is the Julian Totino
Tedesco. Yep. I like... And I actually saw, like, this was the regular version that was available at the retailer. The non-foil edition was for sale as well. So, all right, cool.
Of the covers available, like I wish I had gotten the Stanley Lau, that DC Showcase one is so dope. I feel like the J. Scott Campbell and Tanya LaHoax is like sexual.
Well, J. Scott Campbell. That's his whole thing, because he did like Gen 13 and Danger Girl and all those like 90s image like cheesecake comics.
Okay,
so that makes sense. That is like he did a bunch of like Spider-Man covers back in the 2000s with Mary Jane, and those were like so I'm not surprised J. Scott Campbell's cover is a little
it's like, it's not like, it could easily be argued that it's not. And I don't even think that was like, maybe like the intent wasn't there, but like when I look at it, like I was just like, well, that's I don't know. I feel like it's a bit racy. Like maybe I'm just old fashioned. I don't know. And it's not bad. Like it's just like oddly sexual to me. I don't know.
I'm not fazed at all that J. Scott Campbell did a cheesecakey style cover. I'm not fazed at all. But I really haven't been following mid 2000s to 2010s Batman much. So this does feel like kind of a fresh start. Reading it, I was kind of like, okay, I think I'm caught up to speed. Like I knew certain things had taken place before this. The Alfred stuff, especially, I knew that was a new dynamic or whatever.
That was a little bit of a shock for me.
Oh, you didn't know?
No, because I haven't read comic books like.
I gotta give DC some praise on this front. Is that they've kept him dead for quite a few years now. like it hasn't been like a plethora of years, obviously, but like I believe Bane broke his neck in a big crossover. Like Damian was like tied to a chair and forced to watch Bane break Alfred's neck.
Oh wow, that's fucking.
And as you can imagine, that messed up Bruce for a long while.
Yeah.
And so I kind of appreciate that it gets picked up and addressed here, that it's not just a fresh, clean slate. Like they're doing the Marvel thing where it's like we're going to hold off on actually rebooting for a while because we've been doing that like every 10 years now.
Right.
But here it just feels like we're going to creatively start fresh. And the Alfred thing still holds. I'm sure he'll come back in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, well, I mean, like that's the canon for now.
This is the canon for now. And honestly, I like this dynamic as well too, because it kind of ties into the overall theme of the issue, which I feel this is the way the new direction Fraction's going to go, which I kind of like. But let's get into it a little.
Yeah, Matt Fraction is one of my favorite comic book writers. I really enjoy a lot of his different things. So that's why I was excited to pick this book up. And then like I was at a convention, and like that. I keep on telling myself when I go to conventions, like I'm not going to spend any money. Then 2 pieces of art and this comic book later, I'm like, I'm not going to spend any more money.
Can't help it.
But yeah, so I haven't been involved in comic book Batman in for a long time, and this was like the whole Alfred is Jarvis sort of thing. That took me by surprise. I was like, oh, okay, because like when it first looks like Alfred is just riding in the Batmobile,
right?
I was like, what?
No, it's Alfred with AI, I guess. So he's literally what he is in Arkham. He's the voice in your cowl,
right?
In the Arkham series.
That's dope. Yeah. I mean, I like that. I like the costume. I think the short ears with the blue and the gray is cool.
I like the return to blue, honestly. And not just in terms of the visual design, but it fits, seeing as how this is a very streamlined Dark Knight detective approach, the way they did back when they completely shifted Batman's look in like the 70s or late 60s with the new look stuff, the Neil Adams look, where he was back to basics Batman. Yeah. This feels like that a lot. So visually, I'm glad that works too. Status quo shifts. Commissioner Gordon's a beat cop.
Yeah, you got demoted.
Vandal Savage is the commissioner now.
Yeah, that is wild. Like I don't even. Has that been a thing that's going on, or is that like new for this?
Again, I haven't been caught up as to what the status quo was prior to this, but it's interesting just because Savage I've never really seen as a primarily like Batman centric kind of villain, except for like in Young Justice stuff or whatever.
Yeah. I think Vandal Savage, he's such like an aged old villain. Like he kind of just can fit into anyone's comic book. He's I don't think he's necessarily locked down to any one hero, which is cool. I'm getting a lot of like Lex Luthor becomes president vibes from this.
Yeah. Which, I mean, times we're in. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I mean, like I'm down. Like I was like, but yeah, this has kind of like the same feel. It's like, okay, this guy who should not have this job.
Yeah.
is running everything. So, I dig. I'm digging the art. I thought this story was sweet. Oddly, it was just kind of nice, and I thought it was an okay step into this new world.
Now, I haven't really read a lot of Matt Fraction's stuff. I know he did, like the Hawkeye series and so forth.
Yeah, he really did Sex Criminals, right? That was him.
Oh yeah, Sex Criminals. That's like an indie comic or Image comic. Yeah. So I don't know how meta-textual his writing tends to be, but this felt very like self-reflective in terms of like the Batman franchise, because the theme I was getting in this was breaking patterns, because Batman kind of talks about a lot either to himself or to the Alfred AI about things don't change. Like the main story of this first issue is Killer Croc has broken out of Arkham, and he has a new doctor, and she seems like an interesting character.
Yeah,
very different from the Arkham doctors we're used to.
I'm waiting on the turn for her.
if there's a turn, because they're promising new villains too. So usually the new side characters end up becoming the new villains.
Well, it's the same thing as like Stranger Things. It's like every season they've got to introduce some new friends, and then like, oh, I wonder who's gonna get it. Like,
right. But the idea that like at this point with everything Batman's been through, and you can kind of tell that the death of Alfred is a big factor of him feeling kind of burnt out on doing this, is because he's like, Croc's never going to change. And
he's a killer monster. Like, he does not even act like he has a choice in the matter, really. Like,
and that's his viewpoint on him.
And
the doctor's advocating for like, no, something's really happening to him. He's still dangerous perhaps, but something psychologically, emotionally is happening to him. He's like regressing, or he's taking on a new personality of some kind. And so Batman kind of ponders that as he goes to find him. I like the Bat Tech being represented.
Dude, I like the little shots. It's like, oh, like this is he's got the bat suit on that's capable of this and that, and then like that Batmobile, like it's got some specs and stuff like that. So I like those little shots too. That's very reminiscent, or it reminds me of the Hawkeye comic. So like that's all that stuff's super cool. I was definitely down for that.
And he saves some people from a street gang called the Snips. Is that what they're called? Or is they just go and snip and they got scissors?
Yeah, because I think they all were going to cut up those girls. So
it evokes a little bit of a Joker sense. So maybe.
I was getting actually like that reminded me a lot of the Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, the mutants.
Yeah.
I was getting a little bit of mutants too. Yeah.
But no, it was cool. Like I like that, like Batman shows up, like kicks everybody's ass, and he's just like, stay by the car. Like, leaves.
But the ultimate showdown, the Killer Croc Batman showdown, it's not what you expect. And like you said, tying into kind of the sentimentality or the sweetness of this, it's Batman and Killer Croc change tactics. Like Batman sits down and has a talk because he sees Croc as like regressing into like a childlike sort of mindset, and he's like looking up at this. I like this. He's looking up at a T-Rex statue, very reminiscent of the T-Rex from the cave. And he's talking about like, I'm trying to remember some of the dialogue here, like he king or whatever, like relating to.
He's like me. Like his head is meant for damage and danger. Like and he's like, that's like mine, but I'm trying to change. Because like I don't want to be a bad head anymore.
Right.
And it's very like simplistic, broken English, but it was very powerful. It was so because I'm Batman charges up the electro gauntlets, like I'm ready for the beatdown. Like I'm ready for at least like 7 or 8 frames of them fighting each other, and like no, he takes off his mask, like. And just sits down and has a moment with Killer Croc.
I really like that too. Because also, first starters, again, I was trying to catch up. Like, does Croc know who Batman? And I'm like, I guess it really doesn't matter because Croc probably wouldn't even put 2 and 2 together in his current mental state.
And I don't know that he'd be able to articulate.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to articulate it anyways. And it's really quiet, sweet scene, and Batman's just relating to him, if anything. He's like, I used to have one of these in my cave and things like that.
Like, I hate, it's like he's a very childlike, and so it's like Batman, like ruffles his hair, like, hey buddy, you having a hard day,
But again, that ties into the theme overall of like Batman kind of lamenting that he feels like he's never going to be able to change because his villains are never going to be able to change, or his tactics won't be able to adapt, and he changes tactics at the behest of AI Alfred, who's like, he's just a scared, traumatized child. You remember what that's like.
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
And so the doctors show up and return Croc peacefully back to, I guess Arkham's more like a state hospital now than it is like a decrepit asylum. Like it's in the city now from what it looks like.
And I mean, like they would have had to make some changes because there's just no way you can keep everything in this timeline. Like, like technology and society is where they are. Arkham Asylum can't exist like in the way that it has. Like, there's no way that place would get shut down so fast. So yeah, no, it's good that it's more of an actual mental health facility. And yeah, like I'm glad that Arkham looks more streamlined and more up to date, and they're getting new doctors in, trying new things. I like that a lot. Because that needed to change for sure.
Croc's last exchange with Batman, though, I do remember, because Croc's like, "Your head good, Batman," or what, and Batman's like, "My head's fine," and Croc's just takes a pause, and he's like, "If you say so."
Right, and just like, nah, I'm not buying it.
Like, even Croc's like, "Something's up with you, man."
Yeah, dude. Like, you got some issues.
He gives him a little toy T-Rex that he picked up, and that becomes the new T-Rex trophy. And I guess Wayne Manor, I'm not sure what happened to Wayne Manor, but now it's Pennyworth Estate or Pennyworth Manor in the Upper West Side.
So yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'd like to know exactly what went down there.
Well, that's very reminiscent of, again, the Neil Adams, Denny O'Neil stuff, where Batman moved from Wayne Manor again in the 60s or 70s to go live in like Wayne Penthouse or whatever, to be closer to the city. Essentially, to be actually in the city.
All right, yeah, no,
that makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how this carries forward.
And new Rob, or is that Tim or Dan? Who is that?
I feel
Robin?
like it's Tim.
That's Tim. That has to be Tim. He seems pretty calm for this one page.
Yeah, I feel like that's Tim. I'm digging the outfit. Because it was just like the red and black, right? Like it was.
Yeah. Well, it's very reminiscent of I think an outfit he wore in like the mid 2000s.
I'm looking. Yeah. It's red and black with the yellow on the inside of the cape.
Yeah.
Black outside. So I want it to be Tim. Tim Drake is my favorite Robin, so I really want it to be him. But they don't say he's just Robin. So I mean, that could be Damian. It could be Tim. I don't think it's Dick.
No, Dick. I mean, Dick would be is still Nightwing, I think. But no, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm curious. I might not be picking up regular issues. I might actually get trades for this one.
Yeah, I'm a staunch advocate for the trade paperback. So I definitely feel that. I'm glad I got this just for the which cover am I gonna get? But I'm gonna wait on the trade and so I can have something of some substance to read, because this is just such a tease.
Yeah, because it's setting up like there's going to be new relationships, new allies. I'm curious who that one Jackal. It's like a Jackal mask looking character, the new villain or whatever it is that they're teasing.
I got nothing on that.
Yeah, I'm curious. Or it actually looks like a steer's head that he's wearing or something like that, and he's got like a cavalier person next to him. And then of course there's what I can only assume is the Joker, because there's a Joker eye in the panel. So, but yeah, I'm curious to see, because like I said, this is probably my first sit down with Fraction wholeheartedly, and I'm liking what I'm reading so far.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't read, what is it called? Is it just Hawkeye?
I think it is just called Hawkeye.
Right. Yeah. If you haven't read the Matt Fraction Hawkeye, I recommend it. It is good.
Is that the one that introduces Kate Bishop, or is it just Clint on his own? I can't.
No. Kate Bishop is in it. I'm not sure if it's her full introduction, but she's definitely in it and a major part of it.
What I do remember hearing, it's the one about where Hawkeye finally admits he has hearing problems, or he has a hearing.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, he's messed up in this one. Because the main line of that comic book is Hawkeye is just a dude.
Yeah.
He's just a dude, and it sucks.
Man.
So no, he definitely has he's got all kinds of problems in that, and it's really good. So yeah, that makes me excited for this. I'm glad the quality is still there. The Batmobile.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about the Batmobile, actually.
I love it. I love it. They took a lot of cues from the Batman, which is my favorite Batmobile of all time. I've got
a roadster
back there. So yeah, it looks like a car that has been purposed for a Batmobile, not like a ready-built Batmobile that is supposed to tear ass through Gotham.
Yeah.
So I'm down. I am loving this Batmobile.
Cool. How many Chatterangs are you giving this? I can't. Do we do 10, 5 Chatterangs?
If we're going out of 10, I'm gonna give this 6 Chatterangs.
Okay.
Solid. It's definitely I think better than average. I'm digging the art. Yeah, I'm having fun. I don't want to give it too high of a score because I feel like it could easily go off the rails.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I'm picking up what they're putting down so far. So yeah, 6 out of 10 Chatterangs for me.
Yeah, I'll go 6 to 7. Yeah, for me. Like I'm in, definitely. Like I said, I'll wait for the trades though, just because I want to, see kind of what the reception is of this before I go all in on an issue to issue basis. And then if it sounds really great, I'll get the trade of like the first couple of issues, the first arc, just to read it, because I do like individual arcs. Like I liked a lot of the New 52 Scott Snyder stuff, but like smaller arcs, like a lot of the Joker arcs, I thought were okay. The Court of Owls one, I did enjoy.
Yeah, I like the 0 year arc.
Yeah, 0 Year was a great one. But then there's a lot of like in between stuff, like Commissioner Gordon becomes Batman for a while, and I'm like, I'm okay with that.
I see you trying a thing. Congratulations.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say 6 to 7 Chatterangs for me on this. There's actually a lot of Batman stuff I need to catch up on. Like I've got the first single issues for Absolute Batman, so I'll probably be switching over to trades for the next couple of arcs for that, because I really do like Absolute Batman. I don't know if you've
I have not yet read any of it, and I feel bad because I feel like I'm missing out. I have the FOMO on this one.
Yeah, I get you.
But I haven't. I do want to pick up the trades because I just can't do single issues.
Yeah. Well, when you do, I think the first arc is out now in trade form. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, just because it is a very different take, and I'd be very curious to hear what you think of this different take on it.
Yeah, I'm down. I've heard little snippets, but I'm also like, since it's something that I want to read, I've tried to avoid any like spoilers. Or anything, just so like when I read it, I can come at it as fresh as possible.
Sure.
But no, I have to pull the trigger on grabbing the trades here, just because absolutely, I definitely was too late because the first issues sold out.
Yeah,
I when I was like, oh, that's a thing, and I couldn't even find it anywhere.
It was a double whammy of that and the Ultimate Spider-Man run. I had to get a second printing of Ultimate Spider-Man 1, but I was lucky enough to get like one of the last copies of Absolute Batman 1 when it was during its first printing, and I was like, whew, at least I got that one.
Yeah,
because I didn't know how long it'd be to get the second and thirds out and so forth. But yeah,
looks good.
Cool. And I'll talk about this briefly, and maybe we could do a follow-up on it if you really... It's only one issue. It's like a one-shot thing, but the Deadpool-Batman crossover.
I did see the ad for that in this comic book.
I read the whole thing. It's fine. The actual meat of it, the Deadpool-Batman stuff, it reminded me a lot of the Batman-Spider-Man crossover they did back in the mid-90s. Like, almost the same plot. Joker's involved about releasing a deadly toxin or virus or something, and Batman needs to find him, and Deadpool is thrown into the mix. There's a little bit of a twist with it, but Deadpool, it makes sense.
Starts huffing the toxin and getting high.
Yeah. Honestly,
I was just kidding.
Yeah. But honestly, I don't know. It was a fun enough adventure, but it didn't feel like a really hyped up type of adventure. The supplemental stuff, because they do a bunch of like shorter stories after the main thing that have like other Marvel DC characters teaming up and it acting as if they've always existed together. Like this isn't a multi-dimensional whatever thing, or like they're acknowledging like, well, these characters just happen to be having adventures in the same universe, whatever. They have like a Wonder Woman Captain America short that's about like them meeting throughout the years. They have Kevin Smith wrote a Green Arrow and Daredevil team up. It's okay. I mean, it's his usual kind of dialogue, so it's very self-aware.
So there's like this much art and that much dialogue in every.
There is a very. I will say. I hope I can spoil. Is it okay if I spoil this?
For you? Go ahead. Yeah.
Green Arrow saves Daredevil's bacon by knocking out a ninja or somebody with a boxing glove arrow, and he's like, "Sorry, I had to go into this gym to get some supplies," and it's the old Murdoch.
Yeah,
Jim,
it's his dad's boxing.
It's his dad's boxing glove, like Jack Murdoch's written on the strap. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, that feels like a sentimental Kevin Smith thing to do. But I mean, he knows the lore, so. There's a Guardians of the Galaxy meet the Green Lantern Corps things, and it's a really silly meetup because they exchange powers. Like the Guardians bequeath a ring to Rocket Raccoon, and he ends up running amok for a week.
Yeah,
my favorite though, and there's like a Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns meets Old Man Logan, and it's really, I mean, I know Frank's an old man, but his artwork is really kind of dropped,
and that's. Because his artwork was never tops.
I mean, the Dark Knight Returns artwork, I'll argue, is really solid. I mean, his early stuff in the 80s with Daredevil and stuff, I think.
It's a style, it's not bad. But like, it is loose. I don't feel like it's not a very crisp, like a realistic. It's definitely more comic booky, cartoony.
It's gotten more, I want to say, more rough around the edges as it's gone on.
Yeah, and yeah, I feel like for like Dark Knight, he's doing a thing. It's his thing.
Yeah,
but like it could easily like any downgrade at all. I feel like would throw it all into whack. And just because he's not like he's not like Jim Lee like the detailed bottom of Batman's boot, like that was never Frank Miller.
And also it's written by him too, so it's a short of basically Batman and Wolverine, just tough guy mouthing off at each other in Frank Miller speak. And so I'm just kind of like, okay,
yeah,
whatever. Could be fun. There's a really short Wolverine gets gets amalgamated with Lobo. So it's like a Loberine or whatever type of thing.
It's
look, weird.
You can't combine Wolverine with Batman, Lobo, like
they did.
The characters they
Wolverine and Batman were in the 90s. Yeah,
I know, but it's like not fair. Okay, like to give Batman immortality and lethal claws. Like, I mean, obviously he's not trying to kill everyone, but like to have that tool available at all times. No, that's not fair. Like I'm not in the same way I'm not interested in Superman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in a Wolverine Batman. I'm not interested in a Lobo Batman. Just because like it's just not fair to everyone else. Like there's no nothing to it. Like okay, he does whatever he wants.
It's like a 3-page gag story. Yeah. So like it's purely done just for the silly visual of it.
Right.
I will say though, my favorite part of the whole Deadpool Batman thing is the Crypto Jeff the Land Shark short. There is a Crypto Jeff the Land Shark team up, and it is the cutest thing. It is really
I'm down for that.
It's a very adorable short.
I am down for that. Jeff the Land Shark is one of my favorite characters in my Marvel Rivals, and I'm here for it.
And Crypto's had a big year, so
Crypto got
good on
Crypto's
him.
got some spotlight, got some love for sure.
So just two really good boys being good boys.
Just being the goodest boys. I'm here for it. I'm down for that.
So that's my half-hearted recommendation for Deadpool Batman if you want to catch it. It's fun, but it's fun, but it's not worth the hype, I don't think. But
yeah. Well, hey, they did a thing. You read it.
I mean, it is worth the hype in that it's the first actual crossover Marvel and DC have done in a long, long time. So sure. So
yeah, and I don't need Marvel and DC to team up.
I mean, if it's done for stuff like just for funsies like this, sure,
not bad.
It's fine. It's fun to explore character dynamics that haven't been explored in a long while, just because you've never had access to those characters before. Like from what I've heard, like the Teen Titans meeting the X-Men back in the 80s, that was pretty well done and things like that. So yeah, is what it is
for sure. But
in the meantime, though,
yeah. Check out Batman. The Fraction Batman is dope. I'm glad we got different covers too.
Yeah, that would have been underwhelming.
But is that gonna do it?
Yes, that will do it actually, because you and I will have to be getting on to the Three Geeks podcast here soon. Those of you watching right now, this is, of course, as always, pre-recorded, but you can catch us over on the Three Geeks podcast on Saturday nights, typically at around 7 o'clock live.
At 7.
Yep.
Every week, mostly every week. Sometimes we're doing things, but yeah, we try to stay consistent, and we love when Mike can join us and give us all of his "it's fine."
Yep. There's some of that tonight, sure. I'm sure. But,
oh,
and
for sure.
I'll put out more video stuff, more shorts and things like that soon. You know, I'm feeling a bit reflective lately, so we'll see what we come up with. But as always, you've been listening and watching to the Chat Cave here on McGTV, youtube.com/Mike McGTV. Thank you, Blaximus. And as always,
you can catch us same chat time, same chat channel, Mike McGTV.
Oh.